The Card Hunter here with a Safari recap and lessons learned video. In this video, we're going to talk about Prizm Monopoly 2022-23. That's last year. Last spring is when I got into this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I got into Prizm Monopoly, how I then created a strategy for I went after certain players in breaks, and how I'm doing today, almost a year later with that. Now, a few things I want to point out. I stumbled into Prizm Monopoly. I've always been a Prizm basketball fan. I opened a few boxes locally, hit the Jabari Smith Parker to 20, and I was like, oh man, I love this product. I really like the shine, the color, a lot of the color shimmers. To me, the checklist is very rich. There's no autographs to worry about. It's all colors and very, very fair in the sense you have 90 players in the checklist, 3 players per team. So every team had some players. The key was focusing on the rookies. I think 3 of the teams had 2 rookies of the 3 players. So 66% chance of if you hit that team hitting a rookie. Um, I'm going to go through some of my cards and kind of share with you how I got into it, some stories about some of the breaks I was in. Also, I think the most important thing is share with you lessons learned about this safari. I don't consider this safari a success or failure at this point. In fact, I'm going to call it a success because I really enjoyed it. It was one of the best times I had last year. I'm buying into break, chasing cards. I have most of the cards. I've sold a lot of cards. Have I made money or broken even yet? No, I'm still negative. Will I? I definitely, well, definitely. I very much feel like I will break even, if not make money on the Safari. Although I put myself in an interesting position. And again, that's part of the reason for this video, to explain that to you, show that to you, and share that with you. So without further delay, because I do, whatever the hell that is. Let's start with a few key cards here. Here's that first one that got it started. Here it is. So right here is the Money Green, Jabari Smith. Pulled this out of a my personal blaster that I picked up. I remember, I guess it was last April or May. We were at the Target and they hadn't even stocked the Prizm stuff because it was being stocked in the gaming section, not in the basketball section, the typical card section. So I bought all 6 boxes. I opened this. This was definitely the best hit by far I got, and it got me excited. See that little green shimmer? It got me a little green, green, green on green. It got me excited to go after to research this checklist. I'm not going to pull it up. I did videos last year, basically pointing out this is one of the best products they did. I wish they did this in football. But this card got me started. And what I decided early on was, instead of buying boxes, which I did buy many boxes last year, I tried to get in breaks. And most of the breaks I got into were eBay breaks. So a few things. This is also the same summer that they kicked people off eBay for breaking. That wasn't until later on. So mainly May and June, if I recall. And I could pull up the receipts to show this if I need to. I have the receipts. The next card I remember getting into that was a good memory maker for me was this guy right here. Paulo Banchero. This is a PSA 9. This is the Color Blast. To be honest, I'm not as sexy about these Color Blasts. They're not as colorful as they could be. It's basically color blue and color silver. Not very color blastable. But the cool thing was, I hit this in a break. Now, I'll tell you, I hadn't been in breaks in a while. I'll take that back. I hadn't been in random breaks or eBay wild breaks in a long time. I'd been breaking with people I knew. So I always had all this paranoia of, oh, these breakers are going to take your card from you. So I remember messaging the guy. I was all worried he was going to get the card to me. It was easy. He got the card to me. He was very friendly. I still broke with him a few times. I don't know if he's still breaking anymore, but this card, when I hit this card, I thought to myself, I'm in, man. I created this whole strategy. And I will tell you, at the time this card was pulled, I think it was going for about five to maybe $800 raw. I'm thinking, man, this thing comes back a gem mint 10. I'm making 2 grand off this card. Paulo's the future, color blast, blah, blah, blah. I thought this would be a big card. First of all, it came back a 9. And like I said, these are not quite as desirable as some of the other ones. The Monopoly guys, I think the Monopoly Man was more desirable than Paulo, but this card got me to then change my strategy. I decided then to buy into breaks, chasing Jabari and Ivy and Paulo. So those are the first teams I start going after. And I was really kind of heavy on the Rockets. I think I had to focus on the Rockets and the Orlando Magic because the Magic started getting expensive in breaks. And I already had Jabari, so I was like, I'll start building out Jabari. I'm going to go through. So my point of this story is um, husband and daughter breaks, Facebook break. I hit a Dyson guy. I'll pull him up in a minute. I hit that number to 5. Okay. Now the reason I bring this up, I was in a player break. Let me take a step back. I started with Jabari and Paulo with my 2 main players, Ivy on the side, little Ivy on the side. I was not doing chat at all. I was in a player break, and in the player break, for some reason, I got the Dyson guy. I don't know why I picked the Dyson guy. Dyson's a rookie for the Pelicans. I hit his number to 5. As soon as I hit that, I'm like, well, I might as well do Dyson too. So I started buying in to the Pelicans, the Rockets, the Pistons, and the Magic when I could. Now, again, this is May, June. I have all the receipts on this. Budget wise, Paolo was expensive. And I'll be honest, I wasn't hitting much in the Paolo. I didn't see much in the Paolo. In fact, I still feel like the Paolo has a lot of hits out there that have did not come in the batches that I saw. Now, I'll tell you guys, I was in over 1,000 boxes of Monopoly Prizm, over 1,000 boxes, several hundred box breaks, several of them. And I did very well as far as my hit ratio because my net was so widespread. I had the Rockets, I had the Pistons. We were two teams I always, almost, I won't say always, most often had. And then I was heavy in either on Orlando, and then I started spending out to Chet when I get him. I'm not going to go into too much of this. I want to share some of these cards. So let's start with I did again as I started going, I started just going anywhere. I got a Keegan Murray silver. I think that's like the best Keegan Murray I had. I had a whole bunch. So I'll tell you, the base cards, I sent these off early on. My strategy in Safaris is grade the base first and sell those immediately because they're going to go down the most over time. I was selling these, I want to say around 50 bucks a piece, maybe 60, 70 at one point. Same with Chet's. Now they're down around 30, 40, I think, right now. Still making some money off those. Again, that's my color blast of Pablo. Pablo. It's not Pablo. It's Paulo, Michael. Paulo. Um, Spurs. My play here. I got into Spurs. They had two rookies. I'm thinking, come on, one of these guys. And I'll even say this. At some point in May, my strategy went. I remember analyzing the checklist. And look, of the top 10 drafts in the draft class, 7 of them, I think, were in Prizm Monopoly, right? With Chet, Paulo, the Rockets, the Pistons, and the Spurs. I think like all of them were in the top 15, which was crazy. So I'm like, look, NBA, most of these guys take a few years to mature. This is a very key point I want to bring out. NBA, in my opinion, takes about 3 years for those players to make a move. You have 3 years for some activity. If not, then you need to just cut bait. Now, there are times you cut bait earlier, but you normally have 3 years from the move around, hit the G League, come back, get on a team, maybe go for a championship. What could ever happen? Football, not the same. Baseball, not the same. But from my experience, basketball, you get 3 years. So I felt like the Spur guys, I had this guy, right? And the what's this guy's name? Jeremy Sochin. I thought he would be a really good play. And I have a bunch of his cards. Here's a nice, beautiful. Look at that one. I mean, some of these actually have some value now, more value than they did then. His pink right there, this to 125. Everybody loves. I have to say, this is one of my favorite. This is the gold money shimmer. Now, I'll be honest, as a Panini expert, or I don't want to say Panini expert, as a Panini aficionado, I hate that they this is a 500. I mean, how the hell do you put such a gorgeous gold shimmer on a card that's meant to 500? That's just blasphemy. But at the same time, these are gorgeous. This is a great set if you want to collect. There's, like I said, 90 cards in the set, and you can get the 500s. That's a really cool gold set. I'm going to put that down there because I'm going to show more of those. I got Sochin here. Tari Eason. I got a lot of Tari Eason. Here's a beautiful Tari Eason. That's an orange. It's another guy. I think this guy's G League in it right now, right? So my point to this video, you're going to see I have a lot of players. Some of them are active and are making money. Right? I could sell Palos. I could sell Chets. Others of them are just not. Their cookies aren't cooked yet, man. I'm saying like it's still soft in the middle, or the brownie ain't done. It needs another year or two. I know it's a long time, right? I want to show some of these sexy cards I've got. There's Tari Eason, chocolate. I always called that chocolate. Everybody else is calling it brown. Brown is what you call poo poo. Chocolate is sweet, baby. That card is sweet. Here's my Tyson Daniel. That's the guy's name, Tyson Daniel. Here we go. Tyson Daniel, pink money shimmer, 205, right? Can you see that? You see that? I can't see it. So there's no way you can see it. It's right there. It's so funny trying to coordinate this. Move my finger, not my body. Anyway, pink money shimmer, numbered 5. Imagine if this was Chet or Paulo. That's one of the things I love about cards is that the player makes such a big difference, right? It is about the performance. You got to match the card with the right player, performance at the right time. It's like lining up planets, man. Gorgeous card, dude. I got his red money shimmer. That's to 100. I got several red monies. Anyway, Tyson Daniel. Here's his gold. Oh, we gotta love the gold. I'm gonna put that other one back. I think I've got everybody's gold though. Um, I don't see Atari Eason gold though. Maybe I don't have Atari Eason gold. I might have got a gold in nine. What else I want to show you here? Tyson. Here's a guy. Malachi Branham. Branham. Okay, so this guy, another Spur, right? Here we go. Got him in the neon green. Now, first of all, let me just say a few things. Nine. That sucks. You notice the color match with the shirt here? You had the earlier Jabari color match, and then you got the shirt. That's pretty cool there, right? Don't you think? Okay. Number to 10. The least desirable number to 10 Prism in Prism's Empire is the lime green. Like, people are like, what? Why is green to 10? I don't know. But it's very rare because there's only 10 of them. They didn't make 20 of these. Like a gold, they have a gold and a gold shimmer and a gold buddy and a gold this and a gold friend. There's only one lime color green that they make number to 10. So should this player, again, another one, this player and Tyson, if they ever take off, man, I got some pretty cool cards of theirs. I got another brown. I love the brown. I am a fan of I gotta stand in front of you. Light's pretty poor. Sorry, guys. The gold money shimmer here. Whoop, 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 whoop. You can like send more spare with that. Got another gold money shimmer there. Then going into my Jalen Duren, his gold money shimmer. Again, I think I got everybody's gold. You know, I don't have Chet or Paulo's gold money shimmer. Oh, nice red prism there. Go space. So I hit several of these different types of Monopoly parallels. What I will say is these are very short printed. Like looking at the pop counts, I haven't seen any of the Go Space, Handshake, Red Dice, Running Man. None of them more than 20ish, right? As far as graded numbers total. I know it's still early. It's only been a year, but that's pretty surprising to me. I think that's a gorgeous card there. Came back a 9 though. Jaden Ivey pink. Number to 149. Jaden Ivey gold money shimmer. Just a beautiful card. Beautiful card. Oh, I love this one. Look at these. Not one, but two Jaden Ivey. Gem Mint 10 Running Man. I think there's 18 of these, or 18 total and 14 tens, and I have two the 10. I have 1/7 of the entire market. Oh, here's my. I'll close out. You know what I'm missing here is I don't see. Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet. Here's my Chet purple. I actually pulled this myself in a box. It was not in a break. Best Chet I had. One of the Running Man Chets. I love that one. The Dice Chet, another super short print. Both those are, in fact, the Dice and the Running Man are probably short printed, have less prints than the 50, the purple 50. Got the number a 9 free parking and a 9 chocolate Chet. Chocolate Chet to 249. Chocolate. Oh, the chocolate Chet. Put those back. And then I'm gonna my best player that I ended up focusing on was Jabari. Now you'll see here. I want to show you I have the Jabari black money and white money, two different poses, two different super short prints. I can't even find these guys in the pop counts. I do not believe these are, well, I know they're not numbered. I have not seen the white money one of ones. Like I'll put it this way, I almost wonder, no, these can't be 101. They're super short print though. The reason this one's not graded is it has got, well, like someone played golf on the backside of it. It just has like someone put their tee down several times on it. You know what I mean? Just crushed. We've got free parking, again, two cracked free parking. No, what's it called? No tens. That's the black Monopoly. Even these guys, these come from the games, these numbers are lower than I thought. I thought these would be like in the hundreds. Here is my second come on, Color Blast. A 9 again. That's Jabari. So I've got Jabari and I've got Paulo. And Jaden Ivey is at the PSA right now. We went over the green before. Then we have the red, that's to 100. Then we have a 124. It's peach or whatever, orange. What do they call it? They call it orange Prizm. Then we have light blue, the 199. We have chocolate. Oh, we have gold. We have another gold. We have another gold. Another gold there. So that's my current rainbow of tens of Jabari. I have a bunch of nines. So what am I talking to you about this for? I do have some more cards to show you. Actually, I'm not going to go. Most of them are nines. A lot of them are Dysons. So what's my lesson learned here? As I look at this inventory, I think I have about 50-ish. I have to do a final count, actually. Could use mascot to actually total it up, folks, if I want to. I do like mascot, by the way. Big fan of mascot. Shout out for mascot. I do recommend if you're not using mascot, what the hell are you doing, man? It's free, works really well with your slabs. You should be using mascot. What I've realized is it was inefficient Safari. Way too spread on way too many players, chasing stuff, got into little PC because I want to chase Tyson Daniels, was not focused. One of the lessons learned, if I could run that Safari back again, I mean, I'm betting heavy on Ivy and Parker to pull my ass out of some ditches here because I spent a lot of money on them. And Duran and Eason, don't see him, Ian or whatever his name, they're not going to help me. Right. Looking back at this, what I'm reminded by this Safari is you've got to stay focused in on the big rookies, the hot rookies, the ones that are getting attention. It's okay that I did this widespread. I've got some time to wait, and I will milk this Safari for probably 2 years as far as pulling cards off this. I also have tons. I'm talking hundreds of base cards, base rookies from this, not base cards. I threw the base cards out or gave the base cards away. But the rookies, I've got hundreds of Jabaris. I've got probably 50 of the Chet, 50 of the Paulo. Those themselves will provide fruit for years to come. Some of them will just rot and will be worthless, but many of them will provide some fruit. So a couple of lessons learned. This style of Safari was very, very widespread. Just to give people an idea of budget, since if you made it this far, I think I spent roughly $8,000 with grading on the breaks and grading for all of the Monopoly cards. I still have some at PSA that haven't come back yet. As far as sales, I haven't finalized all my sales for 2023, and I definitely have not sorted out which were Monopoly. I'm gonna estimate $2,000 of sales. So I've still got roughly $6,000 of inventory to recover. I did not show you everything, but I did show you a lot of the stuff, and you're probably looking and going, well, he ain't going to do it with those cards. Definitely not in this market today, not with the way these players have played, performed right now. I think if I had to sell right now, I'd be losing money. But again, that's not my strategy of this. All right. The strategy is to have inventory, I have trade capability, I have timing, position. If Jabari goes off, gets traded, let's say he goes to play with the Lakers next year and takes him and LeBron are in the finals, 12 months from now, 14 months from now, man, I'm happy as hell. Okay. Now that's a lot of ifs, buts, cans, and nuts. Isn't that what they say or something like that? So I'm just trying to give people a perspective on this Safari. Another lesson learned from this, like I said, focus as I'm moving forward. This year, I decided to focus on football. Football is the quickest return on your, I'm going to say investment, the money you spend, the energy you spend. You can see that return back to you faster in football. I got Prizm breaks. I believe I'll see all that return in 6 months to 12 months. Or basketball, like I said, I think it's more of a 3-year plan. Baseball, really haven't locked baseball down. I used to prospect with baseball. It was a different strategy back then. I'm trying to adjust to the new modern baseball series 1, series 2. I think focusing right now on Chrome. To be honest, we're gonna learn a lot this year. We're gonna learn a lot this year. I hope this video was helpful to you. Like, comment, subscribe.